my name is Melissa Martin-Kyle. I'm the Nutrition Education Manager here at the Community Food Bank. Today we're going to be going over all the different ways food becomes unsafe and going over our best practices to ensure food safety. 3 different hazards we have to worry about in the kitchen is biological, viruses, and bacteria, chemical, which includes sanitizers and cleaners, and physical, which include things like bowls, fruit pits, and glass. The other way food becomes unsafe is through unsafe food practices, like poor personal hygiene, cross-contamination, time and temperature abuse, and poor cleaning and sanitizing. Let's go through each one. The practice we're going to be going over is poor personal hygiene. The best way is always to wash your hands before beginning any time at work. So you got to make sure your hand washing station, you have a couple things that you really will need. Soap, running water, clean way to dry your hands, a hand washing sign, and a trash can. So you want to remember to wash your hands after using the restroom, beginning work, changing a new task, taking out the garbage, talking on your cell phone, handling money, handling chemicals or cleaners. Anytime your hands become soiled, you need to make sure you clean them. Also remember to make sure to put on gloves when handling ready-to-eat food, things like muffins or bread. You never want to blow into the gloves, so make sure you just put them on just like that, no rolling. You don't want to introduce any other bacteria after you wash your hands, just like that. The other thing you want to keep in mind is what you're wearing. So in the kitchen, you should always have clean clothes on. So if that means a clean chef coat, a clean apron, making sure your hair is tied back, preferably with a hat or a hairnet as well. So the second way food becomes unsafe is through cross-contamination. Cross-contamination can occur through biological, chemical, or physical contaminant and occur through these ways that we're going to point out that you don't want to do. Something like the same cutting board. Cutting ready-to-eat food like pineapple and raw fish on the same cutting board is definitely no-no. The other part, physical contaminant, could occur in fish bones, so you want to make sure you're looking at that when preparing food. And the chemical part is things like cleaners and sanitizers. You want to make sure that they're not on the table when you're preparing food to avoid cross-contamination from occurring. The next unsafe practice is talking about time and temperature abuse. And when we're talking about time and temperature abuse, we really have to factor in the temperature danger zone, which is 41 to 135. You want to ensure food, like perishable foods, are kept out of the zone as much as possible. When transporting food, make sure you keep the temperature danger zone in mind. If you're getting perishable foods, make sure you bring a cooler or a freezer blanket and make limited stops in a clean vehicle. Another unsafe practice is poor cleaning and sanitizing. There's a difference between things that need to be cleaned and things that need to be cleaned and sanitized. Things like garbage cans, storage containers, and walls need to just be cleaned. Anything that has a food contact surface, things like utensils, cutting boards, pots, and pans, need to be cleaned and sanitized. Now let's talk pests. Once they find food in sheltering facilities, they won't want to leave. You want to make sure you recognize the signs because rodents and bugs can carry pathogens and make people sick, so having a clean facility is really important. Rodents leave a couple different signs. So rodents leave gnaw marks, droppings, and bugs leave an oily odor and also black pepper droppings. So remember to follow all these steps that we talked about today. Share with your staff and volunteers in the facilities. Look out for food recalls. And just remember that the people we work with could be high risk, such as the elderly, young children, people who are immune compromised. So by working together, we can ensure our facilities are safe and we can pass out food to people who need it the most. If you need more, please look on our website or contact us today.